I would like to welcome you to this virtual event celebrating the World Meteorological Day in 2022. My name is Bert Holslag. I'm the president of the European Meteorological Society, the EMS. The World Meteorological Day takes place every year on the 23rd of March to celebrate the establishment of the World Meteorological Organization in 1950. This is now 72 years ago. In fact, we celebrate such the essential contribution of meteorology and related sciences to the well-being of society. The theme of the 2022 World Meteorological Day is on weather, climate and water extremes. These extremes are becoming more frequent and intense in many parts of the world because of climate change and other environmental changes. This is actually the first time that EMS has organized a virtual event on the occasion of the World Meteorological Day. In this way, we also try to enhance information exchange between the members of the organization and in between the annual meetings. I hope you will enjoy it. Finally, I'd like to thank all members who contributed to this virtual event. Thank you.
The Meteorological Service of Catalonia joined the EMS in 2014 as an associate member. Since its creation, the SMC has actively participated in the EMS annual conferences, reporting on research carried out at the institution in the fields of applied and operational meteorology and climatology. In relation to the central topic of the World Meteorological Day 2022 proposed by the World Meteorological Organization, the SMC is working on 3 different projects focusing on precipitation to early warning and early action for disaster risk reduction. Let's have a look at them. The first project is the lightning jam, which occurs with a large increase of total lightning activity in a thunderstorm, and it is related to strong updrafts. After the lightning jam, severe weather is generally observed at ground. Warnings at the SMC allow to forecast this type of phenomena with a lead time of more than 30 minutes in advance. The second project is focused on weather radar data advection. In this case, the SMC implemented STEPS, a probabilistic ensemble prediction system. We use the open source library PySteps to build a 15-member ensemble accounting for uncertainties related to temporal evolution of precipitation and growth and decay processes. The nowcasting system is configured to generate a forecast with a lead time of 1 hour, a temporal resolution of 6 minutes, and updated every 6 minutes. Here you can see the viewer. This tool is used by the forecasters in order to validate and test the nowcasting product. It is expected that this product will be made publicly available soon at the SMC website. Finally, the third project is focused on the precipitation forecast for the first 6 hours of lead time. In this sense, the SMC is working on a probabilistic blending product combining an ensemble of weather radar advection and an ensemble of numerical weather prediction models. Using different blending modules, a blending product is configured to generate a 6-hour forecast with hourly resolution for different precipitation intensity thresholds. Here you can see how the user can navigate through the forecast lead time, choosing different precipitation intensity thresholds and the possibility to view not only the blending result, but the radar advection and numerical weather prediction forecast individually.
Hello, my name is Hannah Mallinson and I'm a Science Engagement Manager at the Royal Meteorological Society. Over the last 12 months, a big focus for science engagement at ARMET has been the COP26 Action Plan. This outlined numerous activities and content that the Society would deliver in the run-up to and post-COP26, a number of which I'm going to run through quickly now. On World Meteorological Day 2021, a global community of 43 national meteorological societies and organisations working on climate and sustainability released a joint international climate communiqué, and this was led by ourselves. The communiqué acknowledges the overwhelming scientific evidence that the world continues to warm and extreme weather events and climate-related disasters are now more likely to occur largely due to emissions of greenhouse gases from human activities. And it reiterates the critical importance of addressing climate change. More information on the communiqué can be found at the link below. As part of the COP26 action plan, we produced 7 new climate briefing papers, which clearly and concisely explain important aspects of climate science. We also produced 5 accompanying podcast episodes, and you can see the topics of these briefing papers here. All of these briefing papers were included in a COP campaign with our publisher Wiley, and that page had over 87,000 views and over 40,000 unique visitors. If you want to read any of these briefing papers, please go to the link below. In September last year, we held a virtual one-day event on the IPCC's Working Group 1 report. This was called the 6th Major IPCC Science Report and its Implications. The event was supported by the Grantham Institute base, the Met Office and the National Centre for Atmospheric Science. And we had 2 main sessions, one on the findings of the report and a second on kind of the implications, and then 2 panel discussions, one that was more mitigation focused and another that was more adaptation focused. Overall, we had 421 attendees, which was a 75% conversion rate, and you can watch the recording of the event at the link below. Over the last 3 years, the Society has been delivering climate change communication training to broadcast meteorologists, producers and journalists from various media organisations. These courses aim to refresh and deepen knowledge about climate change, covering things like climate science, climate policy and tips for communicating climate change effectively. In 2021, we provided support pre and post COP26 to ITV journalists and broadcast meteorologists, and this was through training sessions, drop-ins with experts and regular updates. We also worked with BBC Bitesize towards the end of last year to publish 2 articles. One was on COP26, what are its aims and how do we meet them, and that was published in October. And the other was focused on careers, and this was published in January this year, and we had individuals at different stages in their careers, but largely working in academia, in engineering, and then also in climate finance. In terms of COP26 itself, the Society has observer status at COP events, and in November it sent 4 members of staff and a volunteer to COP26 in Glasgow for the full 2 weeks. As well as participating in the formal meetings, we produced 11 public video bulletins, which were included in a daily newsletter to showcase the people behind COP26 and demystify what was happening behind the scenes. And together these videos had over 1,700 views on YouTube. We also created 10 school video bulletins, which were shown in assemblies, lessons and during registration. They gained over 5,000 unique views during COP26 and reached an estimated 50,000 young people. Whilst at COP26, the Society were a part of a joint Green Zone exhibition with UKRI and the Met Office. And at this exhibition, we showcased part of our 3D model of the Central England temperature record, a series of career videos called So You Want to Do Something About Climate Change, and also some videos that we've created from our recent book, Weather, A Force of Nature, that are based on the 6 climate essays within the book. So that wraps up our key achievements under the COP26 action plan over the last 12 months. But now if we very quickly look ahead to World Meteorological Day 2022, the Royal Meteorological Society will be commissioning guest content for our enthusiast blog Met Matters, and we'll also be sharing a recording of How Should We Warn for Extremes, which is a talk taken from Weather Live 2021. For any more information on the activities that I've discussed, please head to our website rmets.org. Thank you very much for listening.
My name is Dino Zardi. I am the president of the Italian Association of Atmospheric Sciences and Meteorology. The society was established in Rome in 1951 with the name Italian Geophysical Society as an initiative of some of the most internationally renowned Italian scientists active in a broad variety of geophysical sciences, including geodesy, volcanology, oceanography, atmospheric sciences, and meteorology. More recently, the focus of the Society has been more and more concentrated on the latter, hence the members' decisions in 2016 to change the name while keeping the spirit and the outreach of the Society. As of today, AISAM members include more than 300 individuals and more than 20 corporate members. Individual members represent a broad spectrum of professionals, from personnel of the meteorological services, researchers, academics, teachers, students, as well as amateurs. Corporate members include companies, research bodies, universities, and meteorological associations. Among the pillars of the community gathering in AISAM, we include our national conferences. The first one was successfully held in Bologna in September 2018. Then the second followed in Naples in 2019. The third one, in 2021, was virtually hosted by the University of L'Aquila, who offered a wonderful platform for a very successful online event. The fourth conference has been very recently and successfully held in Milan, despite the third restrictions which did not prevent us to safely meet though. AISAM is also committed with the international meteorological community and is happy to cooperate in international topical events such as the 35th International Conference on Alpine Meteorology that was held in Riva del Garda in 2019. In a partnership with the publishing company Springer Nature, we initiated in 2018 a new international peer-reviewed scientific journal, the Bulletin of Atmospheric Sciences and Technology. The editors-in-chief are Professor Paolo Di Girolamo of the University of Basilicata and Professor Silvana Di Sabatino of the University of Bologna. Soon after being established in its new name, AISAM resumed the tradition of celebrating in Italy the WMD, the World Meteorological Day, with a national event at the major lecture room of the Rectorate at the University of Rome. The next one will be this coming Wednesday, March 23rd. The event attracts a very broad audience, including not only professionals of meteorology, academics and policymakers, but also students and teachers, amateurs and common citizens. It is an appreciated opportunity to focus on the theme proposed by the World Meteorological Organization for the World Meteorological Day by inviting qualified speakers to talk on related subjects. We pay attention to the dissemination of meteorology to a varied audience. Hence, we organize every year since 2015 a festival of meteorology in Rovereto. The event concentrates in 3 days and offers a rich program of talks, exhibits, and an expo area for research institutions and companies, as well as various side events. This year, the 8th edition will be from 10 to 12 November. AISAM is also proudly an active member of the European Meteorological Society. To know more about us, please visit our website at www.aisam.eu. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
My name is Seamus Walsh. I'm Secretary of the Irish Meteorological Society. I'd like to present a brief summary of our activities over the past year or so. Due to the pandemic, all of our events took place remotely over Zoom since July 2020 until the present. For 2021, membership was automatically renewed for members in good standing from 2020, and for new members, the fee was reduced to €1. This reflected the reduced running costs of the Society for our talks. Talks were held almost every month and achieved an online audience of between 30 and 60 attendees. Other significant achievements during 2021 were the revamp of our website for the Society. So this is a new look field. We have a Twitter feed and a recent activities and current activities. All of our recent talks are recorded by video and available online for all to see. This is not password protected. And another new feature is that membership can be automatically renewed very easily using PayPal. And finally, during 2021, we achieved a long-time ambition of becoming a registered charity. This is quite significant for the Society and required the adoption of a new constitution in 2021 at our AGM. This strengthened the governance of the Society. Members of the Society were appointed as trustees, and we are now required to provide regularised reporting of activities and finances to the charity's regulator. The benefits of charity status are reduced bank charges, making it easier to fundraise, tax exemption for gifts, bequests and donations, and reduced fees for hiring of lecture theatres. And finally, as the pandemic draws to a close, we are now returning to in-person talks. And we have chosen World Meteorological Day to relaunch our in-person meetings. And for our first in-person talk of 2022, we're using the WMO theme, Early Warning and Early Action. The head of forecasting in Meteor, the Irish Meteorological Service, Evelyn Cusack, will speak on how weather forecasts and warning save lives and livelihoods. This talk will take place on World Meteorological Day on the 23rd of March in association with the University College Dublin Earth Institute. Thank you for watching, and please get in touch if you want more information.
Hello and welcome to my presentation, Meteoalarm, Alerting Europe for Severe Weather. My name is Rainer Kalkenberger and I'm EMA Meteoalarm Program Manager, whereas this is a program of EUMETNET, European Meteorological Services Network. What is Meteoalarm? Meteoalarm is an impact-oriented common framework to aggregate, display and make available hydromet warnings of EUMETNET members in an easy and understandable way to the general public and to European reusers. Sources are NMHSs and national partners. It's a multi-hazard program operational since 2007, and the current program management is carried out by ZMG, the National Meteorological Service of Austria. Hard facts. It is an integrated regional warning system in 33 languages. It contains authoritative warning information from currently 37 NMHSs in Europe. It features the easy and understandable 4-level color code with 12 warning parameters. It supports UNDRR compliant impact descriptions and instructions, and it's considered as best practice by WMO, World Bank, and currently is a role model for the development of WMO GMAS Global Multi-Hazard Alert System. So large information providers and the private sector are reusers of Meteoalarm information. I will later briefly talk about that. What is one of the big success criteria? It's community building among those 37 NMHSs. We are working on standards to communicate with civil protection on the national level and on the European basis, and are dealing with best practices how to integrate national partners, for example, hydro services. We are carrying out regular meetings of different bodies within Meteoalarm, and we are jointly developing guidelines and warning concepts which allow us to have an, as far as possible, harmonized approach across Europe. Very important is exchange of best practices. How is it done in your country? Reuses of CAP warnings. Hydromet warnings issued by Meteoalarm partners in CAP Common Alerting Protocol format are published via meteoalarm.org and are disseminated to hundreds of million end users worldwide in near real time via large information providers and reusers. Those include Google, Apple, IBM, the Weather Channel, AccuWeather, MeteoBlue, Foreca.com, and others. Very prominent products and services include Apple and Android standard weather app and the Windows 10 and 11 weather widget, as well as the Apple Watch standard weather app. Benefits from Meteoalarm partners and EUMETNET. We are providing a web page, with the web page a one-stop shop for multi-hazard warnings. We are acting as an aggregator of warnings produced by the partners, strengthen them by the single authoritative voice principle, and giving them the unique chance to reach out to hundreds of millions of end users, which wouldn't be possible by themselves. Reusers and large information providers greatly value this practice and appreciate the standardized technical format, the Meteoalarm CAP profile, across all partners. Finally, as a flagship project, EMA Meteoalarm strengthens the brand of EUMETNET and builds trust towards reusers and large information providers. If you have more questions to that, I'm happy to answer them. You will find here my contact details, and please visit us at meteoalarm.org. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Tanja Cignar, and on behalf of the Slovenian Meteorological Society, I'm presenting a brief outline of our recent activities. During the last 2 years, also, our activities took place exclusively remotely. In spite of the pandemics, almost each month a lecture was organized. On average, 20 to 35 members attended. Keep in mind that we are a small society. Lectures were recorded and made available with a time lag of a couple of weeks on our YouTube channel. So they are available also to those who were not able to join the Zoom session. One workshop for school children was organized, of course on Zoom, and it was a pleasant experience for us and for children. A cooperation with another society caring for the environment was established. Jointly, we take part in 2 national programs focusing on kindergartens and schools. We noticed that there is only limited meteorological material in Slovenian available on Wikipedia. Therefore, we established a working group in order to improve the situation. More information about our society is available on our website and YouTube channel. Thank you for watching us.